we just started focusing on high net worths and individuals and smaller family offices just to get to the number quota we had going for us, because we wanted a community of investors that reflected the community we served here in the U.S.
What I was going to ask you is like, why name your fund anything at all? Why not just call it? Because I think you're right. Like, people want people.
Yeah.
They want Alexis. They want Justin. Why not just call it Alexis Ohanian Fund?
Because I have, if my wife were answering this question, it would be because I have a big enough ego and don't need to name it after myself. And she'd be right. But it's also, look, I've enjoyed building brands. I mean, Reddit, Hitmonk, I had this nonprofit, Bread Pig, like the initialized Honey Badger. Like I even doodled the Justin TV logo, the little gorilla for y'all.
Oh, people don't know that.
Yeah.
People don't know that.
And like, I love branding things. And I also want to create, I think a little bit of distance is good. And I just liked the origin story is pretty dope because it's the first Olympic Games. So it's like a little bit of a nod to my daughter. And then the ethos of it is like, look, this great story of an Olympian who won the first Olympics. He's a cook who gets off his shift, goes to the Olympics, 776 BCE, and he wins a foot race. This is the first event of the first Olympics. And he's like champion of the world, except he's not actually the best athlete in the world because the Greeks didn't invite millions of people they didn't even know existed, right? But as far as the Greeks were concerned, he was the best athlete in the world that day. So it started out as like a really good story, and it's still a good story, right? This cook gets off his shift, wins a race. Oh my God, it's amazing. It encapsulates a lot of what I love about tech because it does provide that opportunity. But it doesn't tell the whole story. And even worse, not only did the Greeks miss out on talent outside of Greece, they didn't even let women watch the Olympics, let alone participate in them. So there was greatness in their own world that they weren't able to celebrate or recognize just because of ignorance. But like, look, I think back to, successes that I've had, and I realized in a way I was celebrating the cook. And this is a chance to say, all right, let's do the work and try to do even better, to try to find an even greater range of entrepreneurs across a greater range of industries and just be more intentional about it every step of the way, right? Half our LPs are women. That was not an easy thing to do because most of institutional finance is still very, very male dominated. And like candidly, after a while, we just started focusing on high net worths and individuals and smaller family offices just to get to the number quota we had going for us because we wanted a community of investors that reflected the community we served here in the U.S. and half being women made sense. But like, I don't know, man. I think I really believe in the power of storytelling. I believe in the power of creating brands, and so 776 is going to be the last one that I create.